What's up everyone? Welcome to my channel. So today I am starting a vlog. It's actually a punishment that I got in my TBR card game where I had to do a reading vlog, reading 3 books that are out of my comfort zone. I don't really dabble much into horror because of the fact that it is kind of out of my comfort zone. So I decided to read 3 horror books in this vlog. So the 3 books that I chose, one of them is A History of Wild Places, which this actually was on my TBR, but I am just like afraid to read it because I put it on my TBR because I heard a lot of people like raving about it, but I'm also afraid that it's still not gonna be something that I quite vibe with. We'll see. And then I have Stolen Tongues and, oh man, this other one has like a really long title. I'll just put it here because I forget what it's actually called. So those are the 3 books that I am planning on reading this week. I think I'm gonna start with A History of Wild Places because that is the largest book. I believe I have it on audio. I actually just got out of the chiropractor. I've been going because of like pregnancy and stuff. And I'm about to go to Starbucks to grab coffee and to somewhere to get something to eat. But I also had 2 punishments in my TBR game. One of them was that when I went to go get something to eat at a fast food restaurant, I had to get whatever the person in front of me ordered. So we're gonna do that today. I actually did do it this morning because I needed to get something before I came to the chiropractor. And so I went to Taco Bell, and I'll put that footage in right here.
To Taco Bell, how can I help you? But before you place your order, I do want to let you know that the only breakfast we have is sausage, or well, we have bacon or steak only.
Okay, gotcha. Can I actually get whatever the person just ordered?
The chicken power bowls?
Sure, yeah. Okay, so that actually kind of worked out well because I've never had a chicken power bowl before from Taco Bell. Hopefully they gave me a fork. Whoa, this is like big. It looks like it has guac and tomatoes and cheese, and I guess there's like chicken and rice under it. Yeah, there's rice on this side. Oh, and black beans. It's very plain. I definitely should have gotten a sauce, but I didn't know. But I don't think I would ever order this again. It's kind of just like a 5 out of 10 because it's just plain ingredients in a bowl. It does seem very healthy. Here is like a close-up of it. So yeah, kind of like a taco bowl. I think it needs like salsa and sour cream. I guess my other critique is it is 9:59 in the morning. Who orders a power bowl with rice and beans and chicken and lettuce at 10 a.m.? I was expecting to get breakfast food. Oh well. We'll try again at lunch. Let's be honest, the Taco Bell one was not that great, and I'm really hoping to get something better for lunch. And then when we go to Starbucks, one of my punishment cards was to treat myself to coffee, but also I had to order something from the person in front of me as well. So we're doing that at Starbucks too. And I'm kind of really hoping that it's a coffee drink. I'm hoping it's not like a refresher, although that, you know, it's getting a little hot out at the moment, so maybe that does sound good. But this morning it was like really cold, and I was like, gosh, like I really hope that whatever it is like coffee. But let's go do that stuff. And then I'm going to start my book because on the drive here, I was listening to Taylor Swift's new album, Midnights. And so on the way home, I'm going to actually listen to my audiobook and start my audiobook. And then we're just gonna go throughout the week, and hopefully these horror books are good.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I can get started for you.
Can I actually get the same thing the person in front of me got?
What do you need, dear?
Can I actually get the same thing the person in front of me ordered?
Okay, what did she get? Let me see what she got. Oh, a vintage jade citrus mix with wonton classic and a turkey bacon sandwich.
Sounds good.
And that's all for you today?
Yep, that's it.
All right, it's gonna be $9.77 as well at the window.
Thank you. Okay, I've never been to Bojangles, so I'm deciding this is where we're going to get what this person in front of me is getting. Okay, while I'm in line waiting for Bojangles, I went to Starbucks and the person in front of me got a turkey bacon sandwich. That looks really good. That is hitting my craving that I didn't get at Taco Bell. But then they got, oh sorry, it's a Jade Citrus Mint hot tea with a pump of classic syrup. So it actually smells really good, but I don't think I would ever go to Starbucks and just order a cup of tea. That just seems so normal. Oh my gosh, it was so hot. That burned my mouth off. It tastes like something I would drink if I was sick. Not something that I would pay for, unfortunately. The sandwich is great. The drink, maybe I'll just go home and like make it iced or something. Let's hope we get something good at Bojangles. Actually, let's hope that we get a cold drink at Bojangles. Okay, here we go.
It's Belton, how can I help you?
Hi, can I actually get the exact same thing the person in front of me ordered?
The 2 for $5?
Sure.
Do you have the coupon for that?
Oh, I do not, but I'll just, can I pay whatever the regular price is?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, perfect.
Anything else for you?
Can I also just get a, like, small, lemonade, please?
A small lemonade?
Yes.
Did you also want the gravy biscuit, hon?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I should have asked.
No, you're good.
That small lemonade. Alrighty, anything else for you?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, that'll be $12.76.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Yes, you do.
Thank you, you too. Okay, let's see. I did order the lemonade because I just really wanted something cold to drink. But let's see what we got. That lemonade's good. Never gotten this before. Let's see. Well, I've never even been to Bojangles. It is 2 bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits and a gravy biscuit. So, let's see how their biscuits taste. Okay, this is really good. I didn't realize I was gonna get breakfast at, it's 12:17. So it's like, what the heck happened today? I went to Taco Bell expecting to get breakfast and I got a protein bowl, and then I came to Bojangles and I have breakfast food. That biscuit is really good. They also have a gravy biscuit. That looks good, but did they not give me a fork? Let's try this gravy biscuit. That is good too. I actually feel like these biscuits are like as good as Hardee's biscuits. I feel like McDonald's biscuits aren't that great. They're usually like really crumbly. So Taco Bell was a total bust. Starbucks was half bust, half good, because this is really good. And Bojangles was all really good. I just didn't realize that I was gonna get breakfast food. To be honest, I am having a hard time with this book already. I'm only 11% into A History of Wild Places. I tried listening to it on the car drive and I just like could not get into it. It's a male narrator, which is also like really hard for me. So I decided to wait until I got home so that way I could actually like open the book. But it's like totally different than what I thought it was gonna be. It's about this like guy that is on the search for this female author who wrote these like really dark children's stories, and the children's stories that she wrote, I guess kind of made a few children in real life like go searching for this like underground world or something that she talked about in these books, and those children like didn't make it. So I don't really know. I thought it's like apocalyptic or something, or like culty, but I don't really feel that way. And it's very descriptive. Like it feels like I am reading a Stephen King book because it just has so much description and like so much what do you call that when like when it's not just like a literal like, oh, I'm holding a cup and this cup is hard. It'll be like, oh, the cup was as hard as the moon in the sky on the night of New Year's Eve, like something random like that. And I don't know, I just don't do well. I don't do well with books like that. So I am already struggling. It's gonna be a long week. Okay, today is the next day, Tuesday. I am about to listen to more of my audiobook, and I have a lot of work to do regarding Patreon. I need to send out all of the bookmarks and the tea bags. And then I also have to make some TBR cards because I have the Etsy shop and people keep ordering the TBR cards from me, which is great. So I need to work on all that stuff. This morning I actually had an appointment with my midwife and that all went great. So it's been a good day so far today. I actually just went and picked up boba tea because I am pretty sure this is like my first official pregnancy craving. I have been wanting it for months because Alvin and I, we were getting boba tea every time we went to our IVF clinic, but that's like an hour and 15 minutes away. And since we don't go there anymore, I was like really wanting boba tea. And the other night I picked up some wonton soup for Alvin because he wasn't feeling that great. And one of the Chinese restaurants in town actually had a sign that said, "We sell boba tea." So I got boba that night. It was so good, but I made the mistake of like, that was caffeinated and that was like 7:30 at night after work and I could not sleep until after 12. So that was a bad idea. Totally worth it, but still bad idea. So then today I've been waiting to get more boba. So it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, so this should be okay. And I figured that is my reward for doing all this work and trying to listen to this audiobook. So not really looking forward to listening to it, but I guess that's the whole point of this reading vlog, is reading books out of my comfort zone. And this is definitely, yeah, we picked the right books for this vlog. Okay, it is now almost 7 o'clock at night. I actually got a lot done, but I'm still working. I have to cut up all of the cards that I printed out, and I am currently making dinner. So I have potatoes in my Instapot, and I have like a sausage and pepper tomato thing going here. And this is not wine, this is kombucha. I put it in a wine glass to make it feel like wine, but I have bad news. I got to 51% in A History of Wild Places, and I have still absolutely no clue what's going on. I just keep zoning out because it's just very much like more storybook and like slightly fantasy than I anticipated. It feels very Stephen King-esque and I have a hard time with that. So I'm making the decision to DNF that book, and I am going to start this one next. Things have gotten worse since we last spoke, since it is really tiny. I am actually about to watch the new Love is Blind season 3. I'm actually on episode 2. We watched episode 1 last night. So I'm actually turning that on while I cut cards. So I don't think I'm actually gonna be starting this tonight, and I do go to work tomorrow. So I think that I'm gonna try and read this Thursday. Maybe I can read even both, I'm not sure. I might be able to read this and Stolen Tongues, but worst case scenario, Stolen Tongues, I have an audiobook for that, and I could technically still read that within Thrill to the Weekend because it is a horror book and that counts towards that. So this vlog is not going super well, but maybe I'll like the other 2 books. It's kind of crazy because I actually thought I was gonna like A History of Wild Places, but yeah, that was not good. So I just got home from work and took a shower. It is 8 o'clock. I worked from 9 to 7, which is what I've been doing, which is not my favorite being pregnant. 10-hour shifts on your feet. Not that cool. I listened to a little bit of Stolen Tongues because today is the first day of Thrill Till Halloween, and I went in this morning to clean the turbo at work, and that's the only time that I am able to listen to an audiobook. So I think I listened to an hour of it. I have it on script. But so far, it is not scary at all. I don't know if that's because I was at work, so like obviously it's like daylight and you know, like I'm not gonna be scared at work. But it looks like, because I've been listening to it on 2 times the speed, it looks like I have 3 hours and 49 minutes left on it. I do have an hour before movie watch starts, where we always watch a movie for the readathon, and we're watching 1BR on Netflix, which I'm really excited about. And I believe I have Stolen Tongues on Kindle Unlimited. So I'm actually going to use my Kindle, or my iPad actually, and read some of Stolen Tongues and listen to it. And maybe it'll be like scarier because it's nighttime, obviously, and I'm home alone. Alvin has to work late tonight. So I think I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna watch the movie, and then I'm obviously going to bed because I'm gonna be dead tired by the time the movie is over. But then I actually have off tomorrow, which is Saturday, and I have off Sunday as well. So that's like the whole weekend for the readathon, and I'm planning on finishing Stolen Tongues for this vlog and the small book that I was going to read. And then I'm also going to read the buddy read, which is The Last Housewife. So I have to get a lot of reading in tomorrow and Sunday. Okay, hello, it's day 2 of Thrill Till Halloween, also known as Thrill to the Weekend. I am repping my merch because we have our escape room live show tonight. It is actually past 4 o'clock. I've wasted tons of time today. I tried listening to more of Stolen Tongues, and this vlog is just so bad. It's so bad. I just don't like horror, okay? I think that is the problem. I don't feel like I should finish these books and then have to rate them when I feel like this is definitely a personal problem for me. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with Stolen Tongues. I decided to switch. I just started this one because this one is very short. Plus, I absolutely have to get to the buddy read for Thrills of the Weekend. So I need to like finish this and then like switch to that. Maybe I should put that in this vlog just to have one happy moment. But anyway, I'm on page 21 of, it's called Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke. And it's in the form of emails. And it first starts out with this person is selling an apple peeler from like 1897. And then someone also is responding wanting to buy this apple peeler. What doesn't make sense to me is the fact that like people don't email this way. And so these emails are very long and they just have way too many words in them. I'll show you an example. Look at this long email, and like this was the original post of the email explaining the whole entire history of this apple peeler. But it's like, Dear Agnes, I am overjoyed to know you're willing to sell me the apple peeler, especially with the requested expedited shipping at no additional cost. I was hesitant, perhaps nervous as well, to send you my initial email, as I worried I wouldn't be an adequate candidate for your item, but I'm so delighted to hear you're receptive to my offer. What? No, you would just be like, cool, okay, $250. Okay, cool, you're gonna send it expedited shipping? Thanks, okay, bye. Like, what is this? These are way too many words for what is not necessary. Oh my gosh. Literally, once again, I hope you'll excuse my forwardness when I ask for your bank account routing information so that I can wire your monthly rent payment to you. Who? What stranger is going to wire apartment rent payments to someone that they've only emailed a few times because they want to buy their apple peeler? This is not what is happening right now. Okay, so I finished Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke. I have it in my car so I can return it to the library later. I'm actually headed to pick up my Walmart grocery order. That book was one of the weirdest books I've ever read. Like, I'm rating it 1 star. Because I just like don't really see the point. I guess like that's the problem with like horror for me, is that this was just like such a messed up book. It kind of started out with the whole weird apple peeler thing, and then it quickly escalated into more of like a 50 Shades of Grey, like sign this contract because I own you type of thing. And then like the people were just out of their minds, literally out of their minds. Like one of the weirdest things happens at the end, and I can't really like tell you what it is because that would be just kind of spoiling it all. But what? Like, So I'm gonna go pick up my grocery order, and then I'm going to actually start The Last Housewife, because I am not ready to go back to Stolen Tongues. I am not quite sure if I'm going to finish that book or not, because everyone said it was like really scary, but it just seems very repetitive, like a possessed type of book, I guess. It's about this couple that is staying in this cabin. They're like snowed in at this cabin, and like the girl will like talk in her sleep, and it seems like she's like talking to ghosts and like kind of being possessed and stuff, but like it doesn't seem scary at all to me. I don't know. It just seems like boring and repetitive, and I'm just not here for it. Hello, welcome back to me just complaining about everything I read in this vlog. So I am finishing up this vlog. It has been days. It's actually like November 4th or something like that. Every single thing has been a dud in this reading vlog, including The Last Housewife, which I thought I was going to like. I think that this is definitely a me problem. I think that I definitely got put into a slump within October, and then especially with reading horror books that are just things that I don't like really put me into a slump. So I don't want you to really take any of these reads within this vlog and think that they're just terrible because I said so. It's definitely more personalized reason as to why they didn't work for me. But I decided to DNF Stolen Tongues and not go back because I just really wasn't feeling it. And I feel like when you are in a reading slump, you really shouldn't push yourself to continue reading books, especially ones that you're not enjoying, because that's definitely going to make the reading unenjoyable, and it's not going to really get you out of your slump. Technically DNF'd the History of Wild Places, Stolen Tongues. I did finish that novella, which I rated 1 star. That one I definitely, like, even if I wouldn't be in a slump, like, that is not for me at all. But then with The Last Housewife, I've just been really bored with like what I'm reading. I felt like all of these books are just set up for what I don't really love in books. Maybe I would have rated them like 3 stars if I would have actually finished them. But in my opinion, I actually prefer DNFing books because of the fact that like a 3-star book isn't that great for me to spend time reading, if that makes sense. And so even if these books would have had a good ending, if I am struggling at the 100-page mark, if I am struggling at the 50% mark because of it being slow and boring for myself, even if it has a good ending, there's no way I'm going to rate that book 4 or 5 stars because of my struggle in the beginning. So these books probably would have been 3 stars or less even if I did finish them. And for me, I would much rather either take the time to get out of my slump or read something that is more enjoyable for me within the time span that I have, because I'm still working. I am, you know, planning my baby shower. I'm getting ready for a baby. There's just so many other things that I'm doing along with Patreon and making TBR cards for Etsy and stuff. There's not enough time in the day to read books that I don't like. So that is my lesson learned from this whole vlog of reading books outside of my comfort zone. Never again, Jackie. Never again. With saying that, I actually do not rate my DNFs because of the, like, my DNFs are usually like a me problem, and I'm not gonna rate a book that I didn't fully read or hardly read at all. So don't worry, I will not be rating the rest of the books that I DNF. I do not tarnish the author's ratings for those books when I didn't actually finish them, so hopefully you guys aren't mad at me. I hope you guys at least maybe liked when I was eating food at the restaurants. I don't know, we'll have to see. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye everyone.